Welcome everybody to another Big Brain Puzzles. I am MBW, the Megabit Warrior, and today we are going to be playing episode 16, Whisper, The Lonely X by Chip Sounder. Hello everybody to this channel. If you guys have not seen this channel, I love doing these Sudoku puzzles. Just a brief history. I've been doing these Sudoku puzzles for like a long time, and then I ran into the YouTube cracking the cryptic, and I was like, oh my god, people are like doing let's plays on Sudoku puzzles, and these two individuals, Simon and Mark, like they are like fantastic. I don't know if you ever seen their channel. If you haven't, definitely go see them. Like I am just I just love their content, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing Sudoku puzzles myself. Why not make content for YouTube? And so I started doing these things. And I'm saying this because it's been, I think this is like the third year that I'm doing it. And I'm like, I was just reflecting and going like, this has been a fun run. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, any likes, any subscriptions, anything like that always helps. And it makes me know that I feel supported. But no, seriously, I thank you guys for tuning in. This puzzle looks fantastic, so I wanted to do this one on my channel. Again, Chip Sounder is the setter. He's the one that created this puzzle. We're going to be playing this blind run where we haven't never done this before, and it looks great. I like all the German whispers. So anyways, I will get to the rules so that we can go ahead and learn what is happening. So normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. So every cursor's on the other screen. Every 3x3 box right here is the 3x3 box, the grid. Has to have the digits 1 through 9. Cannot repeat. Same thing in a column. Same thing in a row. So, say for example, this 2 is right here. That means there can't be another 2 anywhere else over here. Can't be another 2 in this column, and can't be another 2 in this row because the 2 is taking that spot for all 3 of those positions. And that's normal Sudoku rules. Adjacent digits along a green line, which are German whispers, must differ by at least 5. So, say for example, if this was a 1. That means the digit right here has to be at least 5, so that means it could be a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Obviously, we know it's not a 6 because Sudoku says that it can't be in the same box. So this could be a 7, 8, 9, and then vice versa. Going back over here, this would be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what digit is over here. Like if this was a 9, this could be a 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's German whispers. Cells separated by an X sum to 10. So there's only one X, so this equals to 10. Not all X's are given, so meaning potentially this could add up to 10, and it doesn't need to show an X right there in order to resume, in other words. And that's all the rules. This looks fantastic because I feel like this is going to be one of those puzzles that is like very adventure-like, where basically like once you find something, it's going to open the door to more portions of this puzzle, which is why I picked it. So if you want to play, the link is in the description below. So go ahead and click the link and pause this video, play it. You can play alongside me, to race me, or just you can watch and have fun. Grab some popcorn, and we'll have some entertaining fun solving this puzzle. But let's go ahead and stop talking, and let's go ahead and get into it. I'll go ahead and restart it so I can reset the time, and let's go. All right, so rules for the German whisper, the green line, says that it must differ from at least 5 digits. So a 5 can never be on a German whisper, because if the 5 was on a German whisper, 5 minus 5 is 0, and 5 plus 5 is 10. That's not the digits 1 through 9. So all these green lines will never have a 5 on it. Reason why I'm saying that is because I'm just looking around to see if there's any place where we can do 5. Like these ones right here. is the only place where a 5 can be in this column. Actually, in fact, this, even though it equals 10, you can't have a 5 plus 5 because that would mean there's 2 5s in the row and grid. So this can never be a 5. So that means the 5 can be in only in these two spaces right there. Actually, because that can't be a 5, yes, we have a digit. 5. Trying to see if that did anything for us. I guess like what we can do is we can say, we can kind of like pencil mark that these have to be 5. Yeah, and because this is kind of seen that these are 5 down here, it's not giving us enough to say that there is a 5 anywhere else. Yeah, because here. Okay, so that's not going to be this. But we got a digit, so that at least helps us move on here. What's interesting, and just so you guys are kind of aware of German whispers, if it's in the same grid, let's just say this digit right here, this can never be a 6 or a 4. Reason being is because the 5 digits away from a 6 or a 4, let's just say it's a 4, would be a 9. If it's a 6, the only digit that can be is a 1. But if you have a 6 right here, that means you have both of these having to be 1, and you can't have 1 in the same grid. Now you can have it right here, so let's just say, oh, never mind, you can't have it right here. I was going to say, if this was a 4, this could be 9, but it's in the same column. But like, let's just say like this broke out this way. Like this could be a 9, this could be 4, this could be a 9, right? But that's not what's happening here. It's in the same grid. So in other words, since we can't have 5 plus 5, we can't have 6 plus 4 either, because that would mean one of the 6 and 4s is going to be on that German whisper. So the only solutions that these digits can be is 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 on there. And of course, 2 is seeing that, so this can't be a 2, 8. So these are the digits that are on a German whisper. Something else to note on a German whisper is that they go back and forth between, I was going to say polarity. Is that the... I don't know if that's the word to use, but basically it goes from high to low, high to low. So if this is a high digit, like if this is the 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 away is going to make this a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. So I don't know if we want to label it here, but basically, since we don't know it, let's make it yellow. This digit is going to be the same low or high based on this. And then these are going to be the same low or high on there. Hopefully that makes sense. Actually, because this, like if this is low, that means it has to be high. So like say for example, 1 is low, 9 is high. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 8, so low, high, or high, low, 7 plus 3, like that. So this is always going to be a green cell. Now there's always 4 digits in every like low, high, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6, 7, 8, 9. So the fact that we have 3 of these green boxes in here means that there's only 1 green box somewhere here. Just making note of that, just because that's something that you would want to think about while doing these puzzles. I don't know if we have enough to do anything about that, though, so we're going to go ahead and move on. I was going to say, maybe this is linked to this, but I don't see it just quite yet. I have a feeling it has to do with this big one. Okay, so there's 4 here and 3 here. Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out. So let's just mark these like that. Because they go high, low, high, low, high, low, high, or low, high, low, high, low, high, low. These digits are all going to be the same polarity. Like I mentioned, there's only 4 of those there. So these opposite, because the 5 is already used, are going to be blue as well. And again, good to know so that, like, since we have 3 of them here, potentially there could be like a 4th one. Like, let's just say the 4th one's here, then we know the polarity on the other ones. So, or if we know which high-low it is. Another thing to note, because they're all seeing the same 2 rows. Let's just say that this is a high. Let's just say that this is high. And it's going to say it's wrong, but like I'm just going to mark it just to show you. That means the digits have to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, I know this is saying wrong, but just humor me for a second. All right, so if it is high digits, that means that the 6 would have to have a 1, German whisper-wise, because 6 minus 5 is 1. But it's seeing 2 digits on the same column. So that means these can never be 6s. And because the 6 is in that grid, this can never be a 6. So the 6 has to go here. Now, what about 7s? Reason why I'm saying 7 is because, like, my guess is because this would have to be a 6. That means this has to be a 1. Actually, I'll show it to you like this. So if this is a 6, because it can't be anywhere here, there's a triple there. This would have to be a 6. This would have to be a 1, right? However, if this is a 7, that means the only digit that this can be is a 2 or a 1. So because the 2 and the 1 is seeing that, this can never be a 7. Because this is seeing 2 of them, they both have to be 1 or 2. Can't do it. This one works with 1, but then this would have to be a 2. The 2's already used in that column, so this can never be a 7. So now there's no 7 in the things. So I can conclude that these digits are never a high number. Thus, these are low numbers. So let's go ahead and put, I'll clean it up in a second. I know the 2's gonna, actually, I'll just put the 2's here, just so that you guys don't yell at me. So that we know that the digits are seeing that. And again, 2's are, because 2's seeing that, 2's seeing that. That's the reason why I was saying that. But what that also means is that these digits are high. 6 is seeing both of those, so let me get rid of that. But yeah, perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so what do I want to say? I don't know why. Just ignore me. I always have the lows as blue. Actually, I'm going to get the 2's in there too. I always have the lows as blue, and then the highs as pink or purple, whatever you want to call that. And we'll just keep the 5's neutral color. Yeah, I always have it like this, just a preferred. Like in my mind, it makes sense to see that. All right. Okay, this These can never be 4 because then you would have to have a 9 on both of those. This could be a 4 because that would be a 9. This could be a 4 because that could be a 9. Wherever the 4 is, that means the 9 has to be here, so this can never be a 9. I don't know if I'm going to get much more than that. I'm wondering if it now feeds into one of these German whispers. My guess is it's going to be this row because it's very... Yeah. Okay. So, because we were saying that there has to be 4 of each, right? 4 low, 4 high. We're saying that one of these has to be high, one of these has to be low, based on the green, yellow. So let's just say these two. One of these has to be green, one of them has to be yellow. So I don't know which ones, so we're just going to say both of them are like that. But what that does mean is that because we have one of those, we already have 3 of the polarity like already accounted for. But we're saying that the high is right here, so that means all the highs are said for in this row, which means this has to be low. Since we have a 2 in here, we can conclude that this can be a 1, 3, or 4. Which means I can do a little bit more here. Oh, sorry. The 2 is right there. Okay. This, I was going to say it can't be a 6, but this could be a 1 and this could be a 1 as well. And that could be a 6. Oh, this can't be a 6. What am I doing here? Because then I would have to have a 1 there. That can't be a 6 either. Because then there would have to be 2 1s right there, so that can't be a 6. Okay. So 6s have to be, in this column, it would have to be one of those digits. Not sure which one yet, but we will find out. We shall find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, all right. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's do this. Because we... Oh my God. We got another digit. This 2 is seeing all this. This 2 is seeing all this. Because we concluded that this has to be high, the only digits that's left is this one that can be a 2. So this is a 2, meaning we now have the right colors on these right here. So let's go ahead and get rid of those colors. This one is going to be a low. That's a low. That's a low, which means this is high, this is high, this is high, this is high. So because of that, let's get rid of the low numbers here. So this is either going to be a 7 or a 9, meaning this could be only a 1 or a 3. Let's go ahead and label these. This can never be a 6, by the way. This can never be a 6 because then the ones would have to be in the same thing right there. So this is only a 7, 8, or a 9. And this is a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay. Does not matter for that one. Oh, actually, let's label that. We didn't label that high. Guys, we didn't label the high. What the hell? What the hell, man? I was going to say, because this, like one of these have to be a low, right? I was like, 4 can never go here because then you'd have 9 here, but 4 can go here, and 4 can go here. I don't know why. I just want to mark that this these are the only two options that 4 can be in. Oh, check this out. Oh my God, check this out. Ah, this is so good. Okay, I like this puzzle. I like the way that it, like adventure wise, like you go on a journey and just kind of like figure things out. But this is a triple right here, right? So because it's a triple, that means there's only one high left in here, which has to go here, but it has to be a 6 because the 7, 8, and 9 are accounted for there. Since the 6 is seen there, 6 has to go somewhere in here. But meaning these two rows are accounted for with a 6, so the 6 has to go here. Well, we know it can't go here, and so that means the 6 has to go here, but the 6 can't go here because then that would mean that these two digits right here would have to be a 1. So 6 is required to be right here, which makes this the 4. And then we can now uncolor these ones and actually do the correct colors, which is high, low, high, low. I don't know why, but that sounded like a what is that from Snow White? The hi ho, da 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 da. All right, 2, 4 is seeing that, so this has to be a 1, 3 as well. The 6 is seeing this now, and the digits right here could be. It can't be a 7 because 7, because since it has to be, you know, this is a pair. One of them has to be a 1, one of them has to be a 3. We don't know which one. But if this is ever a 7, that means that 7 is only 4 away from 3. So that means this can never be a 7. So this is only at 8 or a 9. So that means the 7 is somewhere here. Actually, I'll just label it. I don't know why, but I'm labeling it. I don't know why, but I'm labeling it. I guess we can say that this could be a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Right. All right. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. What else? I guess 2 does have to go in here. I'm looking at Sudoku wise just to see if anything kind of opens up a little bit. So 2 has to go up there. Yeah, we know 2 has to go there. Two needs to go somewhere here. That's all I see for 2. Okay. I don't know if I'm seeing anything else in terms of Sudoku. All right, so let's go back to the German Whispers. My guess. Can we do the same thing here? There's 1 accounted for here, 2 accounted for here, for each high and low. This would be 3. I can't quite say. If this has to have a high or low. So yeah, that's not working. What about here? So we have 2 highs. We need a high here, and we need a high here. Meaning, one of these 2 have to be a low. I don't know how I want to mark that. Let's just say, like, that's a bad. I don't know. Let's mark the 5s as orange. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out something to visually show you guys. So the 5 has to go here, but also there is a low here. We don't know. Do I want to mark it? Okay, they both can't be 2. I'm gonna mark it. This could be a 1, 3, 4. 4 or 5. Not sure though. Meaning, where does the 6 go? The 6 has to go in one of these two positions. Because again, if the 2 is one of these ones, then the 1 has to be on both of them. You can't have 2 1s in a grid. So this has to have a 6 somewhere. Low, low. Low, low. I'm just... visualizing something. What I'm trying to... not prove, but like... if this is high, let's just say that this is high. I'm just going to mark it for a second. We have 3 other highs that are right here. That means the rest of these, excluding the 5, would have to be low. It would have to be the 5 though, because we have 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 low, if this is the 5. And this would be high here. I mean, it looks like it's working. Yeah, it's not that. Okay. Okay. But 6s have to go here somewhere. I'll just go to mark it like that. All right, let's go back. There has to be something that we're missing. If this is a 3, this would have to be a 7, which makes sense because 7 cannot go here at all. But that would make that the 9. No, I guess it doesn't have to be. I was trying to think, like, do I have to have a 4 here? Like, do I have to? But I don't think you do. All right. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Oh, wait. You know what? This 2 is seeing this 6. This can never be a 6 because that's only 4 away. Okay. Same thing. Oh my God, I didn't. Okay, 4. This is a 9. Because this is a 4. My God. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago, guys. What am I thinking? That was weeks ago. What? Anyways, so this could be a 4, 1, 3. Okay. So that still works. Sorry, coughing into the mic. All right, the 9 is seeing all those, so that can't be a 9. I almost want to say. I want to. Oh wait, this is also could be a 9. Nah, I don't want to mark the 9 yet. Not quite yet. Okay. Yeah, not quite yet. Okay, let's keep it going. So, ooh, this 7-8 is seeing this 7-8 pair, right? this can never be a 4 because that would have to make this a 9. So that's never a 4. Now we have a 1-3 pair. Seeing this might be relevant later on. For right now, we're in mystery still. Mystery. Okay. I felt like that was good progress right there. Oh wait, the 8 saw that. This 7-9 is seeing this. Since we have a pair in a grid, this can never be 7-9. So this is indeed an 8. So since that's an 8, that is a 7. I don't know why I'm saying 7 like that. It was a 7. So 7 is seeing this over here. 7 still works. All right. Let's move on. But I'm wondering. Since this has to have a 9 in it, that means this can never be these can never be 4, because then you would have to have the 9 here. But 4 can go there. If this is a 7, I can have a 1 here and a 2 here, and it still work. And then you can, and again, that 9 would be there. Yeah, that's still making everything groovy. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. I'm making things more difficult. I'm not labeling everything because I'm kind of jumping to go like, oh, this has to be high, low, high, low. This 6, that means this has to be a 1. My God. That was a long time ago, too. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spots. Lights, losing my religion. Okay, so that helped everything. So this being a 1 made that a 3, making this has to be a 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Since this 9 is here, this could be a 1, 2, or 4 still. I feel like it's gonna be the 4, but we can't yet say that it is for sure. But this does mean that this is a 9 over here. And what we did conclude earlier is this has to have all the digits 1 through 4, right? For this to be a 4 down here, this would have to be a 9. But the 9 is now seeing this, so this can never be a 4. Thusly, this is a 4. So the 4 has to go up here on this top row, looking more and more like it's going to be here. But yeah, so now we have the correct digits right there. This one is seeing the 3. Can't be the 7. Oh my God. That means it has to be an 8, which makes this the 7. That makes this the 8. This is going to be very helpful, by the way. Because now, 7, again, can't have a 3 next to it. So none of these can be a 3, meaning this right here is going to be a 3. That works with, 3 to 8. And that still works here, and that still works here. So now we have the proper things. But what's good is also, now that we have the 8 in this grid and this 8 is seeing this, we know that this has to be an 8 up here. And that 8, well, actually, we have all the 8s in this this section right there. Perfect. All right, so one of these two are 8 on here. Just trying to clean up a little bit of Sudokus. And, no, that's great. I love it. Don't you love to see it? I guess this also has to be a 5 here. And what else? 9? Yes. But 9 has to go up here. I guess I'll make it a little prettier. A little prettier so we can see. We can see a lot better now. All right. Good. This was good. 3 seen here. Sudoku wise. Okay, we have the 5 there. So 5 is going to be somewhere here. One can go also anywhere. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So if this digit is high, now that we have a whole bunch of things marked up everywhere, if this digit is high, it cannot be a 7, 8, or a 9 because it sees that. But it also can't be a 6 because then that would mean that these two have to be 1. So this can never be high. So this is a low and those are highs. So since we have either a 6 or an 8 here, I love it. I love it. This is great. Oh, this puzzle's so good. Sorry, 3's there. 3 or 4. Oh wait, it can't have a 4. Because then you have to have a 9 on it, on both of these right there. So this has to always be a 1. Now, because this is a 1, the 6 is going to go here, because if the 6 went here, the only digit that this can be is a 1. So that can't be because the 1's already taken. So this is always a 6. All right, so this is going to be an 8 or a 9. This is going to be a 3 or 4, but it can't be a 4 because that would have to make these both 9s. So this has to be a 3. And then it can't be a 6 or a 7, so it has to be an 8 or a 9. And I like it because it has 8 and 9, so that means 8 and 9 can't be anywhere here. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's turning out so magically flufful. Magically flufful. I don't know why I was trying to say that. That's funny. All right, this can't be 1 because we're seeing this 1 over here. 2 and 4 still work, so let's move on. So 6. 6 is seeing that. 6 is seeing that. So 6 has to go somewhere here. 6 is seeing all that. So these two have to be a 6 somewhere here. Just trying to see if Sudoku did anything for us. Not quite seen any big revelations Sudoku-wise from that. 3 has to mean 3 is somewhere here. If 3 is here, that means this has to be 8 or a 9. 9 is seen there, so this The only digit that it can be is an 8. In fact, where does the 8 go? 8 can't go here, can't go anywhere here, can't go here, and it can't go here. So the 8 has to go there. It's a naked freaking single of the freaking 8. I don't know. It's not called a naked single there, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But that means that we know the shifting pattern of this. So this is indeed low. Again, it can't have a 1 in it. It could have a 2. And like we said, it could have a 3. This could be a 1. Can never be a 4. And it shows 1, 3, or sorry, 2, 3. So this has to be a 1. This can't be a 7 or 8 because that's in the same column. It can't be a 6 because this 1 would have to be here too. So it can't be 6, 7, 8. So this is a 9. Which means this can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3. So this has to be a 4. That 4 means that the 4 is over here somewhere. Everything's kind of matching up, which is what we want to see, which is great. All right, 4 up here, 4 seeing that. So one of these has to be a 4. What about 9? 9 is seeing this. 9 is seeing that. And it can't be the other digits here, so this has to be a 9. Which makes that the 8. Wonderful. Okay, so since that's seeing an 8, that's seeing an 8, this has to be an 8. All right, and so this could be either a 4 or 5. We don't know yet. I don't know why I don't want to label it like that anymore. I know what the digits have to be. It's one of those. It's one of those. Okay. What about the 6? 6 has to go somewhere here. If this is a 6, that means this has to be 1. That works, unfortunately. Actually, I want to label it because it can't be a 7, 8, or 9. So it's good to know that it could be a 6. But what about the low numbers? It can't be a 1. It could be a 2. Can't be a 3. But if it is a 4, that means 9 has to go here. So I'm going to label what these can be. So it could be a 9, can't be an 8. But if this is 6, this could be a 1. So those are the only digits that this can be on there. Because we have the 9 kind of spouting off stuff right here, I want to label where the 9 has to be. Could be there or it could be here. Not quite sure, but it's there. We only have a couple more German whispers down here that we need to label as like are you high or are you low? Are you high or are you low? Loved yesterday's something. Let me see. 1, 2, 4. I'm looking at this digit, and then 3. So this can never be a low because it has all the digits. So this is a high. This could be a 1 or a 2. This can't be a 9. It could be an 8. Could be a 7. And it could be a 6. Because the 1 could be right there. Okay. So what about this? I'm wondering if, because we know that there has to be lows here, there has to be a low here. Trying to see if there's any blockage. Like if this was a 3, I'd be like, oh, we can't have 3 on any of this because of that. Oh, wait, a 3's right there. That was a bad example. But you know what I was meaning. Like, what can this be low-wise? Could be a 1 or a 2 completely. So yeah. All right. All right. 1 has to go up here. What else? What else digit is in here? 7. Oh my God. Could have did that a long time ago. That means this is a 3. Oh my God, I could have did this like a long time ago. Guys, why didn't you say anything? I could have did Sudoku such a long time ago. All right, let's clean that up. All right, so that means this has to be a 1. Has to be a 6. 2 has to go on one of those, and then 4 still works. 5 has to go here. Okay, so that's still working. All right, let's label. So I like that we're labeling these to like actually see like how many high digits and low digits there are. It's making us sane. Well, it's making me insane, but you know. you know. All right. But we do have another 5, which is great. So same thing. 5s can still go here. Yeah. It didn't quite reveal anything, so I guess we're SOL there. Okay. Okay. Anyways, 7. Did that do anything? 7 has to go here. It did not. Oh, my bad. So 8 is seeing this, these 2 columns. These 8s are seeing these. So this has to be an 8 down here. 1 or 2 works still. So we're still fine there. 7 has to go somewhere here. Oh, did we get all the 8s? We did. Check that out. Nice. Nice. Good job, guys. All right. This has to be a low because all the high numbers are here. And the 5 is seeing this. So this is always a low. It could be a 2 or a 4. Oh, check that out. So 4 is seeing this column. 4 is seeing this column, and 4 can't be a high number. So the 4 has to go here. So this indeed was a 4. Oh, wait, there's another. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spots. Like losing my religion. This has to be a 5 because it can't be on the German Whisper. Boom. Since the 2 and the 4 were taken here, this has to be a 6, which means this has to be a 1. That is the 2. This one is seeing this. This is a 2. Meaning 1 is up here somewhere. cleaning things up now. Okay, it's all clean. All clean, guys. Okay, so 9 has to go here. Floop. So that means 9 is on here. Oh, I forgot. Let me label the lows and the highs, because I still like doing that. Makes me happy. All right, so this is going to be a 4-7 pair. 7 is still seen here. Did we get all the ones? Oh wait, no, ones are still needing to be explored. Okay. What about 2? 2 is seeing that, so 2's here, and 2's there. Okay. What about 3? 3 needs to go here, but the 3's on these 2 columns see that, so this is our 3, meaning this is our 1, which means we can label those. 1 is going to go here. That's not going to be determined until one of those work, so that's great. This can still be 6 because this could be a 1, but unfortunately it still could be a 7. But what this does say is that this is low, so now we know the polarity of that. Since all these are low, this has to be a 4. The 9 has to go in this row, and that works because 4 and 9. That's going to see this up here, which, by the way, we can mark as high. Oh, we can make these orange too. I forgot. We're doing all these markings. Let's do it. All right, that 4, we're seeing that over here, so we can have our markings. I love it. I love it. What the hell was that? I love it. All right. This has to be a high because the 5s are seeing that. So this has to be a high. This is either a 6 or a 7. Oh, wait, it can't be a 7. Oh my god. There's already another high way up here. This is a 6. Beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. So freaking cool. Alright, because this 6 is seeing this row, this 6 is seeing that row, that means 6 has to go here. Meaning this is our 9, that's our 7, that's our 9, that's our 5. Actually, let me label the colors because I love colors. Oh god, look at the colors. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay. Blah. Okay, so did I get all the 9s? Oh god. Can I not label the 9s? I just wanted to label 9s. Why? Alright. One of these has to be high. It has to be a 7. So let's label that. Let's get rid of the pencil markings of those. So this has to be a 5 or a 3. 3 is already accounted for in these rows, and 3 is accounted for in this one, so this has to be a 3, which means this is our 5. That's going to make this our 6, which is going to make this our 7, guys. 5, 7. Beautiful. We did it all with 7s. Nice. Nice. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. Nice. I cracked myself up. I don't know why. Because I'm funny. Because I'm funny, damn it. I'm just like fixing everything up. This is not. That is high. All right. Okay. So I just finished marking it up and stuff like that, so we can just kind of cruise through. This has to be a low because it has the 2, 3, 4. This has to be a 1. The oranges are 5s. This one is finally seeing this, so we actually have that. This matches and works with that, so that's perfect. 2 is now cleared for that row, so it has to go here. Meaning this is our 4 because it's our last one, and then our final digit, a 6. Bam, 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 Bigelow. I love it. Everything was great about that puzzle. Like, that was like so fun to do. I feel like I did it a little bit off kilter a little bit, because there was a couple obvious ones where like I was like labeling things and I just forgot to continue labeling things, and it kind of just pushed out the time a little bit. Probably could have shaved off about like 10, 15 minutes. My bad. Also, I over-explain things so that I'm, making sure that everything is understandable for you guys and stuff like that. So like I'm hoping that I don't dwell too much on the explanations, but I think it's a lot of fun to kind of talk it through. And it's I don't know. I just love this. I'm in a good mood today. This was a good puzzle. Thank you, Chip Sounder, for making that puzzle. Very fantastic. And it also made me happy to put everything in colors, because I love the fact that the board right now has all the highs, like the pink, purple, and all the lows are blue, and all the 5 is orange. I don't know why, but this looks freaking fantastic. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the puzzle. I do this every other Sunday. New video will populate. So if you want to see more, please subscribe, and make sure that you play these puzzles. These designers are like freaking phenomenal, and it just amazes me that overall, like these last couple years, like I think I've been watching Cracking the Cryptic for like a lot, like maybe like 6-7 years now. But it just amazes me how far along we are with like how unique puzzles come out, and it's just like I just keep on getting more and more surprised. It's just phenomenal. So I love these puzzles. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. But I will see you next time for another Big Brain Puzzles. You guys have a swell day, a sweller day, and I will see you guys next time for another Big Brain Puzzles. All right, later, guys.